What makes a happy partnership? I stumbled on this data. We were looking at romantic love in China and people who were in love long-term, and among people in America who were in long-term happy marriages. As a matter of fact, people kept coming into my lab and saying, you know, I'm still in love with her, and we've been married 20 years. Not just loving, but in love with this individual. So we don't know. Americans believe that you can't be in love long-term. It's not true. We've proven that it's not true. But this is what we discovered about happiness and happy partnerships. Those people, we put them in the brain scanner, who were in a long-term happy partnership showed much more activity in a brain region linked with empathy. Also in a brain region linked with controlling your own stress and your own emotions, and in a third brain region linked with what we call positive illusions, the ability to overlook what you don't like about somebody and focus on what you do. And in fact, I lived with a man for 18 years. We broke up about 4 years ago. And he was so slow. Oh God, he was so slow. We'd walk, I'd have to talk to him like this. He kept his eyes shut when he spoke. It was just ridiculous. But when we went to the Metropolitan Museum, he would look so carefully at a picture. And then we'd go out to dinner and we'd really talk about it. And I would choose the books, and he would read to me at night before we went to bed. And he read me all of Shakespeare. He read me a great many of he read me The Magic Mountain by, it took him about 10 months, but never mind. And, but the bottom line is, I would say, look at him and I'd say, okay, Helen, he's slow, but look what that slowness has given you. These positive illusions are absolutely essential to long-term happiness, I think, with anybody. We're more willing to overlook the bad parts of our friends, actually, than our partners, which is a little strange, but never mind. So, if I were to say what the brain says, not what psychologists say, which is all good, but what the brain says about making a happy, compatible partnership with anybody. Overlook the negative, feel some empathy for them, control your emotions and your stress, do novel things together. Novelty drives up the dopamine system and can sustain feelings of romantic love, but also gives you optimism, motivation, energy, etc. Stay in touch. I'm very opposed to watching television in two armchairs. Get on the same couch, sit right next to each other, hold on to the person, drives up the oxytocin system, and gives you feelings of attachment and calm. Learn to sleep next to the person, not at least start out that way. You know, walk arm in arm, hold hands with the person. Touch drives up the oxytocin system in the brain and can give you feelings of calm and attachment. Regular kissing is good. Regular sex is good. I was reading an article this morning that regular sex with a partner or in a marriage makes you a lot happier, probably because it drives up so many of these chemical systems in the brain. And last but not least is say nice things. Now, you don't have to have a sex partner to say nice things to a friend. And as it turns out, when you say something nice to somebody, it not only drives down their cortisol and their cholesterol and boosts their immune system, but it does it for you too. So the bottom line is, I took it down before this morning. I generally say 5 times a day. Say something nice 5 times a day. If you can't choke out 5 times, say 3 times, whatever. Say nice things to the people around you. It's not only good for their health, their brain health, but for yours as well.